Hey guys, welcome back. This is the Poke Crossings channel. I'm Charlotte and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to score big time on the Stalk market. So, as always guys, if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We do daily Animal Crossing videos, and if you enjoy the content, find it useful, please drop a like, let me know in the comments what you think, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so yesterday I talked you through the absolute basics of the turnip exchange or the turnip market and just how to get the basic grips of it. Today we're going to be going through some techniques that I've personally used and others that I've researched in order to help you score big time with the turnip market. So I've got 4 different points or 4 different techniques that I'm going to go through, and I want you to let me know in the comments which one you're going to try, or you already do maybe. Who knows? Alright, so number 1, super basic, and I spoke about this yesterday, but it's important that you get into the habit of tracking your own island's turnip price. So you use one of the apps that I spoke about, or Turnip Profit, or one of the other websites. Comes up like this. You can see there's the different options to put the prices in, and it will give you an idea of what pattern you're on for the week, whether you should hold out, whether you need to be looking around. And that is the simplest, basic, easiest way to make money on turnips, is just to be aware of what's happening on your island this week. So that's super easy. We're going to move on to number 2 is use Facebook groups or a website called Turnip Exchange. Again, I'll drop the link down, the website down here so you can have a look. There's always, like every single day, there is good prices either in the Facebook groups or on the Turnip Exchange website. Now, what usually happens is someone will put up a picture and they'll be like, "Oh, my turnips are selling for like 500 and odd quid. Who wants to come sell?" And then you literally end up with, like, especially on Facebook, like hundreds of comments like, "Me please, me please, me please," and that person will then individually like DM you the dodo code. You can go sell your turnips and then obviously leave. Same with the Turnip Exchange website. That's actually like an interface that somehow like logs or connects to your Switch, and it actually automatically manages the queue. So when it's your turn, like if you join the queue, when it's your turn, it'll pop up with a dodo code, and then you can just input it and go. So I'm not sure how it tracks it. I'm not sure it's like 100% legit. I'm not sure if Nintendo are like down with you connecting things to your Switch, but it's a good opportunity to find different places to sell your turnips. So it's not worth getting too stressed about. Every week since turnips have started, if my island pattern has been pretty rubbish, I've been able to offload my turnips somewhere else. A couple of tips. Number 1 is be patient. Like, especially on the Facebook groups, it can take an absolute age for you to get picked to go. Just be like patient, and if you don't get it that time, there'll be somebody else in a couple of hours or tomorrow or whatever who's got another good price. So don't be too disheartened. You have got to be patient. A lot of places charge, or a lot of people charge for selling turnips. Like whether you think that's right or wrong, it's totally down to that person. What I think needs to happen, like you'll see it a lot, the Turnip Exchange tends to be a lot higher price. So people ask for sometimes quite a lot in order for you to go onto their island and sell the turnips. I find the Facebook groups to be much more kind of open and much more friendly, a lot more kind of tips appreciated rather than "I want 10 nut mile tickets" or whatever it is. When I opened up my island the other day, I literally just said, "Look, if you guys like Animal Crossings, come round to YouTube, have a look, and yeah, I don't want anything, just check out my channel, see if you like it, come get involved in the community." And I said that I didn't want any kind of in-game items, I didn't want any cost to anybody. and I still ended up with close to 2 million in tips. So, you know what I mean? It's not, I don't think it's worth personally charging, but people do, so be aware of that. And the prices, like I said, definitely tend to be better on the Facebook groups rather than Turnip Exchange. But usually it's worth it. You know, usually you're getting a good profit, especially if you've got a lot of turnips. Number 3. Now this one is an absolute money maker. This is the only one out of these 4 kind of ideas, if you like, that I haven't personally done, but I've researched into it and it's totally legit. You can totally do it, and I call it the syndicate method. And that is because it requires you and somebody else. So here's the plan. You're on your island Sunday morning, 6 a.m, waiting for Daisy May to be selling turnips. Your friend has time travelled forwards. That's really important. They've gone forwards, but were still within that same week, and found a good price to sell turnips at the Nook shop. So you buy infantry worth of turnips, travel to their island, sell them, come back, buy more, sell them, they come, buy, sell, and between the two of you, going from Sunday morning island to midweek good price island and buying and selling, you can actually get quite a lot of money quite quickly, and then you can just split the profits. So it takes a bit of effort, and you know, because somebody has to be on a Sunday morning island and somebody else has to have time travelled forwards and found a good price, and obviously it requires you both online at the same time. It does take a little bit of organisation, but if you guys have that organisation and are willing to put a bit of time in, it could take a couple of hours. By the time you've gone back and forth, you're going to be in the money, like big time. Like if you think you can make probably like, I don't know, you can get about 2 mil off an infantry of turnips. So if you go with like 10 infantries worth, boom, you're making like dollar bills. But it involves time travelling, so if you're not okay with time travelling, obviously it's not something that's going to be a good option for you. If you personally don't time travel like me, but have no real issues with time travelling, you might have a friend who does time travel, and you guys can like team up together and split the profits. I don't know, it's worth thinking about, and it's a really, really good way, especially if you need a lot of bells for something. So for example, if you're trying to find your dream islander and you're going to swap bells for Nook Mile tickets, or trade with someone, or you're looking for a specific furniture set or whatever, pay all your loans off, I don't know, but it's a good way to earn a lot of bells really, really quickly, so it's worth considering. And then the final one isn't strictly down to selling turnips, but it's what I touched on earlier. So if your island has a good price, I would really, really, really consider opening up your island and allowing others to sell. Now, depending on what it is you want or need, you can put a price on there. Like, people will pay it. Like, my friend needed star fragments the other day, and people were giving them in because they had a really good turnip price. Like I said, I opened my island up the other day and I didn't ask for anything really, but I still got up close to 2 million in tips, and people were really good. Like, when I was messaging out the dodo code, people would reply and like, is there anything you need? Can I bring you anything? Is there anything specific you're looking for? I was like, no, honestly, just come along, sell your turnips. And most people were dropping bells at the end of it, or even like really thoughtful things, like they'd brought a present and they'd wrapped it up. So a lot of the people that I was letting on my island from this Facebook group were people who didn't have full inventories worth of turnips because they were quite new in the game. So they were coming along and you know, they weren't able to tip or whatever loads. Obviously I didn't want it anyway, but they like got like a piece of furniture and they put it in wrapping paper and dropped it as a present, and just little things like that was really good. So, you know, it can pay really well to open up your island and allow other people on. Now, there's a few things I would say with this, and I just consider it really carefully before you do. Number one is make sure you've got nothing dropped on your island. So anything that is dropped, people will be able to pick up. So it's really important that anything you don't want people to take, you have moved. Because although the 99% of people are sound and really friendly, there's always going to be that one who ruins it. Number two, if you're really kind of worried about things like your flowers and stuff like that, fence it off, you know. I've been to some islands that have literally been fenced off all the way up to the shop and back. I left mine open and people were really good. I was quite firm on the post. I said, look, I'm going to open it up for a couple of hours. I'm going to let 2 people in at a time, straight to the shop, straight back again. That way I can kind of keep the flow of people moving. And the majority of people stuck to that. It kept going pretty smooth. I could keep track of what was going on, and it meant I could get through a lot of people in a couple of hours. There was one person that I noticed, and I'll be honest, I think it was only that one person who totally ruined it for everyone else. And once I'd sold the turnips, rather than going back to the airport, decided to go up towards my museum where all my hybrid flowers are. And they started like picking all of my hybrid flowers, trying to shake trees, and just basically like being a douche and ruining it for everybody else. So when that, or if that happens, what you need to do is quickly press the minus button on your controller, and it'll bring up a list of what you want to do, and you can press end session, and that will like kick everybody off your island. It's pretty rubbish because obviously if you've got other people on your island, it then boots them off and you have to get a new dodo code and re-invite people. But it's a good way to kind of protect yourself if something does go wrong on that island. But like I said, for me, 99% of people sound, one person ruined it, I booted them off, job done. And it's not, to be fair, they only picked a few flowers, they grow back, so I wasn't too stressed. But yeah, it's all good. So them are 4 like top tips really, guys. I think the biggest money maker over there is number 3, but obviously there's a few kind of caveats to it. But let me know what you think. Are you going to try any of these? Have you already done any of these? Is there anything that I've missed when it comes to selling turnips? Like, have I missed a secret method to make millions? Could I be a million? I'm already a billionaire, but could I be an extra billionaire? Like a Brazilianaire? Is that a thing? I don't know. Drop it in the comments. Let me know your most profitable way of kind of selling turnips or anything to do with turnips. And as always, guys, I will see you tomorrow in the next video. Hit that like button and hit subscribe.